and you're waiting for something to happen. And that was it. We were waiting for that guy to pull out of the parking lot. Okay, I'm not waiting. We were doing the Shatner. What's the Shatner? Steve? The Shatner. Let me tell you something about the Shatner. William Shatner developed a technique that is used in acting where things like pops. It's like you're a deep thought for everyone else. But you're really just given the moment for somebody else to take the time for their thoughts to process. So, really, I want to welcome you right now to Stargo Studios. It's Friday night. What is going on? Where has Steven been this entire time? You are probably wondering, why did I just pop on live quickly after 10 p.m. on Friday night? Well, I have been busy. I have been too busy. Doing what? Well, right now I'm listening to space. And if you are not listening to this space right now, what are you doing listening to a great space? I am telling you, creators are incredible. I have heard music, I have heard storytelling, I have heard poems, I have heard and it was a retake on it. Like, I thought it was audio earbuds. So, if you notice, I have this new little windscreen, but I have the fuzzy windscreen too. And I'm still listening to them speak. They were thinking me. I'm gonna, continue listening. It's like if you're watching breaking news or something. You're not gonna stop watching breaking news. Or if you're the producer or editor, you're not on over to whatever schedule show is on. You're gonna stay with the breaking news, right? To me, they're the breaking news. They're the educators, they're the teachers. They're displaying all these great things that maybe I took it into consideration. Maybe I had completely forgotten. Did you forget your training? I did. Our training. What type of training are we even talking about? Well, right now, I'm going to grab this remote over here and I'm going to cut off this stereo because it has this announcer and he is discussing the streets that look made. I'm going to give you the camera real quick and show you what we're looking at. Have you been watching this series of races for Friday night? This has been incredible. I have been watching this for like the last at least 2 hours. And really the reason is because Fortnite has been updating the entire time. I was like, well, what do they do? I was going to watch For All Mankind. I am in the 5th season of For All Mankind. If you want to okay. So I want to continue to listen. Said that they were on the list right now. I can wrap up. If you don't wrap up, trees on trees. I put one of your ears. Now the audio. Well, I know everybody's been on it. Great. You were forged in the stars of the universe. You were created. birthday. So, candles on my birthday. It's at home right now. All these things. Literally the greatest. They're talking right now about something like they're really with me. So I wanted to jump into spaces. But the problem is I've been over very careful. I know people start talking, they get scared. And that is what we're going to start goes to. So if you've been following me, you know that there's a double C here. And that's the you also know that I have been this StreamYard where I can broadcast on multiple channels. So I have been partaking in Friday night. I don't see any comments on the thing, so nobody has asked. If you would like to join, please join. But yes, I've already probably so what I've learned some reference the delegate, the ambassador, the constituents. Participants in the electoral process. Right now, in California, we're discussing several one of them is the so you just sway that way. I have this theory. The more I give Los Angeles heat and attention, the more this happens. Like that. If I don't pay attention, they win the World Series. Like if I join the Army and go to Iraq, I have no idea. Now, I was this close to getting this monthly email subscription to the Anaheim Stadium where I was very excited. Almost got it. Went back close. Okay. If you're that close to a major league stadium, get the tickets. If you're that close to the park, get the tickets. Go. Get the golf membership. Go. Pickleball. Get that membership. Be active. Consider this. We are souls. You're inside. And you're to break Fortnite, I think. I can several things. I can change cameras. I can put this camera there. That camera there. I can get space. So odd that I can use actual space. Actual space. With the space travel. It was actually not brought to you by the Spurs Company. It was AGT, AZ, APA. It was very nice. Brought my attention to they would. But, apparently, I was getting mine. Mine says update. We have a video out. Camera. Restart. It says, right? So, because it is, it's brand new now. Scanner here. That is John Wick. So, you know, and we're also looking at the accounts program. My permission. Just like add and what my Tesla right here. I go down. We're still there. Honestly, I most people only look at the voice is not going to we're waiting. Right. It looks like generally what people do on Texas. 5-year-old me was there. Never 5-year-old me said it was after 14, 15, 16, 17, actually, for me, technology doesn't even work. So that message has now been sent and utilized. It's a clip speaker I have It says press A to start. So right now, I am currently listening to house. You know what I just said right now? Yeah. You did. As usual, I have a full list of topics. Loves it. So background for the subject. I have been gone because that's right. Straight up. I have put together a test a script to 5 people. They gave me feedback and they said blah 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 blah. And it was actually blah blah. That quote, and that's the only feedback I got. That you are watching. I do think they now watch my show because I talk about how amazing my brother is the entire time. Like, do not talk about me. Don't mention me. We don't know each other. I'm on the same timeline. Really great. Brother and I. You gotta claim your family. Sorry, they're yours. I know everybody out there knows that family member where not necessarily claim that. anything at all? There's no view. There's no view of that. That's pretty good. Plots, climax, character, character. Oh, right, not mistaken. Ah, chocolate chips. Ah, or it's the sweet stuff, right? Yeah. Just pressing start. Fortnite Friday! Friday Fortnite! That's kind of where she has got to grows to over that. I feel like everything is reflected log on. Start go to share. Share. I always wonder where everybody's from. I know Elon Musk is and trying to get back to Mars. No, I am currently in youth again. I imagine that's over. I have observed text voice recognition. Like most apps, Facebook, and when I say it skips down, I feel like I pushed enter twice. I feel like I pushed enter twice. Because I bring start a new paragraph. And then I just continue on with three more sentences. With those three sentences, I formed that new paragraph. With that new paragraph, there created life. Life. And then else created great. It's a certain not responding. I was fortunate here in St. Sarah's life, and I battled the rock. I literally played as Dr. Stephen Strange. I battled with the Ice King against the Foundation, the Rock. We looked at that! Oh! It was like, you smell what Doctor Strange is cooking? Elbow, all in there. Greasy. Oh, and then we took the ball thing that has split apart. It's like a bounce ball. It's apart. We are also not sponsored by Let's go back now. On that one, too. No, don't do that anymore. It's straight up Fortnite Star Wars Tycoon, man. And we are building droids, like stacking them. Like I've got rainbow droids, I've got default epic droids, I've got gold droids. You want to be on camera? Fine, but we got pretty good. definitely rock series. I wonder how that's. That is the wrong microphone. You are on the wrong microphone.
This microphone. Now, how does that sound? Doesn't it sound a lot better now? Everybody was like, why does it sound like that? Because it didn't sound like I was driving a bus. Because, see, now I can see like the little green dots. They're like jumping off the screen. They're like going, woo, out the window. Versus before, I don't know what microphone it was using. It could have been the Logitech. It could have been the laptop. It could have been the TV. It could have been the keyboard. But it wasn't the Yeti. It was all nice and soft and pretty. Delicious. Like cotton candy. Almost like you want to eat it. We're not going to eat the cotton candy fluffy windscreen. But we are going to discuss again in the radio voice how delicious the Firestone Mind Haze Juicy IPAs are. I want to tell you that this is only my second one, but it could be my third. Yo, barkeep, cut the guy in the straw hat off. Because he thinks he's wearing a straw hat, but it's not straw. In fact, not only is it not a straw hat, but it's also no longer hearing anything inside of this earbud. Secret Service is not backing me up. I'm a little irritated. Are you guys out there like Grok on a smoke break? You know, let's just take this moment to remember that our founding father, Elon Musk, put a Tesla into space. And it is still orbiting the planet. We are here right now. We exist in this time. Growing up watching Gremlins, thinking that the future was going to be like all these like little green weird critters with like little ear things that are like ah, they're like running around and you're like trying to hide from them and stuff. But even movies that predicted flying cars, for instance, you know, I couldn't say for certain if it was Back to the Future. I know follow ups in the future would include things like The Fifth Element. Cool flying cars there. I've seen flying cars in Dubai on the news. We read the news today, and I was in the process of thanking everyone for showing up and telling you again that you are the star goat. Why? Because you're made out of stardust. Clearly, duh. Atoms. You exist everywhere. You have been everywhere. You have always existed. Your consciousness, that's up for debate. I couldn't tell you if your consciousness has always your consciousness has always existed or the thought of your consciousness has always existed. And hear me out on this. When a biological entity is created, it is the afterthought of a plan, or maybe not a plan, and like to ego's choice. But in the grand scheme of things, your ego was created by the combination of two others, right? And so they believed you to exist. They believed you into existence. And then you developed and you grow, and your consciousness continues to bring in information and expel information. It's that continuous cycle. But you didn't necessarily exist prior to, but you did. The thought of you existed. It says it in the Bible. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. It makes you wonder, is there basic instructions before arriving to Earth? What is that book about? Basic instructions before arriving to Earth. I can't do the letters in my brain right now. Does that make a word? Like, and stuff? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What I do know is that I really appreciate you. All 7 of you. There were 8. And for the millions and billions of people that happenstance across this video in the future, I appreciate you. What does that mean? Coming from me, it means a lot, because I'm saying it in the sense that you exist. You are the greatest of all time. I know that you are made up of these stars. I know your story. Your exact story, I mean, we can all speculate. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, does it? You know? We know one another, and that's the beauty of life. We don't have to guess. We know. Somebody's lying to you, pulling your chain, or just stringing you along. You know it. You know it. If you have chosen to ignore it, wow, you're just shatting yourself. Did you see that full circle all the way back to the beginning? If you've been here since the very beginning, the Shatner pause, shat yourself, Raisin Bran, William Shatner promotion. None of this is absolutely in no way whatsoever sponsored by this Firestone Mind Haze Juicy IPA, which is scrumptiously delicious. You know me, I don't really drink. But when I do, I drink water, milk, coffee mostly. Mostly I'm a coffee person. Occasionally I'll have beers, vodka, rum, whiskey. I can't think of other things right now. All those sound like wonderful things to consume and hydrate. Granted, some of those are, I was going to call them derelicts. Are they derelicts? I know that word came straight out of like the 30s. I knew a guy that would love to use the word derelict to describe the general population. He was older than me by about 20 years, and man, he was just... His name was also Steve, so you can totally imagine. Definitely a character where it's over the top, but at the same time, it's so real that it's only acceptable in small doses. Like, I can see it for a little bit, I can talk to you for a little bit, but it becomes like this constant, can I really go the distance? And most people, they know that you're not going to do it. You put a group of Stevens into a room, you're going to have some problems. you're gonna have a lot of problems with a group of students in a room. I want to eat my windscreen. That's the type of problems you're gonna have. So over here on X, looking at Elon putting cars into space for the car that used to be in my garage is currently in an Earth Mars elliptical orbit and will be there for at least 10 million years. You know, I created existence. In the question mark. Oh, if you're not having fun in life, what are you doing? Joining the military? Why are you joining the military? Are you fighting the forces of good and evil? Are you down with the? Yeah, I did. I don't want to go there. Let's not talk politics and convictions and things like that. I don't know how long I've been on. The counter says 43 minutes. Can I sit here and talk until 4 in the morning? Yeah, but you're going to have to deal with things like me getting up and go to the bathroom, talking about other things that I wasn't talking about. But was I forgetting? No, I wasn't, clearly. And just to prove, I proved it. I had to prove it. It doesn't matter how much things you consume in your lifetime, you can still work the angle. Is this training? No, no. Is it a question as to whether or not we can work together? Well, it's a particular flavor. And this particular flavor, if you have noticed, it's, I mean, me, Stephen Gray, that character, it's very antsy. I get the antsy in my pantsy, and I just want to get out and dance. I got a tune in my head, and I go to the beat, whatever I said. I love that my chair swivels like that. I'm trying to put a battery inside of this controller. If you're wondering what I was doing on my lap, I can't see anybody here. That's what you're wondering. Don't be all purty. So I think if I stuff this battery into the slot, there's like another slot right there with that slot. Oh, I think it goes this slot. Boom. Oh. Nothing. I got no. I really thought that was a charged battery. Honestly, it was on green. So I'm just gonna plug it in and it just came right back on green. So um, I would like to thank my 7 viewers very much again for tuning in to my live show. We're only here for the entire night. I don't have to hang up. If you want to hang out with me, let's hang out. I'm still trying to log into this one. So while that one's trying to log in, I'm going to take the battery. Oh. Wait, but it didn't even turn on, did it? So it wasn't a battery issue. What's the issue with this thing? No battery. Oh, this thing is just like not working. Well, this was the controller for the screen behind us. So, like I said, you want to hang tough? You're going to hang tough. Be our Well, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all hung in there. 7 viewers, really? You guys hung in there with me? Man, I feel so flattered, blessed, grateful, humbled. Thank you so much. I don't know what else I could possibly. I don't understand why this controller isn't working. That's like really bothering me. I did turn the mic back on. The little green dots are moving. They're going out the window. Everybody's happy. We're all grateful. I got my green controller. That seems to be working just fine. But Fortnite servers are not responding. Fortnite. Like, we can't even play the Star Wars? Like, what's wrong? Like, what? I understand. No, it doesn't know what I'm saying. But if it did know what I'm saying, we would be having a different conversation altogether, wouldn't we? Yes, we would. I feel like I can finally breathe again. Man. You know, that feeling you get in your bladder when it's about to explode and you're like 5-10 feet away from the bathroom, but you're in the middle of confession, I don't know, with the priest, or you're doing a live show or something, and you just cannot get up and run over to the bathroom unless you have a captivated audience that totally understands what you're going through. And in which case, you are fortunate. You are definitely blessed. Either way, you are. I know I am. I know I am. Whoa, that was dramatic. Why? Because I've been freaking shot at. A couple of us have, like, bombs. It was scary. Think about those types of things, and I don't want anybody to be like, oh, Steven's got a slurring problem. I do, actually. I got a slurring problem. Right now I do, because I've been having some adult beverages, which are good. I don't know if I want to say they're good. Someday I'm going to run for political office, and all of this will be used against me. When in actuality, I think that's how Ronald Reagan got elected president, because he was an actor. So everything and anything that he had ever said, did, it was all part of the show. It was just a character. It was just a bit, It's just one of those things that you do just for the screen, You got to give the people what they want. Yeah. Was crack-a-lackin', it is Friday night in the world, except for the part of the world where the Earth is already rotated to be angled in that particular direction, where the sun is hitting it, and those of us calling it night are still stuck over here in the shadow of ourselves in the space we call space. We couldn't call it anything else. Like, what should we call this space? Space. I mean, all this space. We should call it space. Duh. Space. I think with editing, that would have been funnier. The first time around, definitely funny. The second time around, in the 4th, 5th grade, Miss Burton, our teacher, she was playing the movie Gus. And when the donkey was running through the grocery store and knocked all the groceries off the shelf, it was hilarious. The whole class was like cracking up, cackling. Like 5th graders, we were just losing ourselves. The Disney movie Gus. Gus, the donkey that played football? Go watch it. Right? Don't make me explain things. I'm sorting out my lottery tickets and I'm shuffling papers like a professional late night comedy show host. If you guys would really like to know if you're gonna keep bothering me, because I keep getting a lot of like side comments because nobody wants to comment directly on the screen apparently. Yes, we had a guest get arrested for being on the show. Yes. Am I allowed to talk about it? If I know. Am I even allowed to cuss on this? It is literally 11 o'clock at night. If your kids are still awake and if your kids are awake and they're not hearing those words, what kind of kids are you raising? NASA research scientist? Then they should have been in bed hours ago. But if you're raising the next Dan Cook, the next Donald Trump, fuck it. Everybody should be up right now, fucking screwing up. Having a cheers, having a pro, celebrating this hard ass week that we just went through. What did you do this week? I was working my ass off. No, I'm retired partially. I do work, but at a different capacity. And I love what I do. So I don't really call it work. I don't feel like I went to work every day. Like I literally go help people that need help. And as much as we like to keep those subjects taboo in our society, it really shouldn't be, because we know that there is a biological difference between humans. Like we are all different. Straight up, like we are not the same. All right? Intelligence is the understanding the need to sustain your environment. Guess what? Other people smarter than you and not smarter than you, maybe even equal to you, are part of your environment. All of it needs to be in that homeostasis, balance, thriving, undulating, existing, radiating that. I'm just going to say it, 4-letter word, LOVE. Was it in tune? I don't know. Who's got their tuner out? Where's my tuner? Tuner. Come here, tuner. Tuner? Oh, it's not coming. It doesn't listen to me like that. It takes a 9-volt battery. So if it did appear right now when I called it, run. Because that's not the one we want. So I got this guitar pick, you see, and it came from the Guitar Center. They literally give out information all the time, then all of a sudden, like, I'll show up and they'll be like, we don't do that anymore, sir. That was literally just for you, sir. I tell one person something and over. The whole cone thing at Disneyland, I was getting free cones. And then I said something about it on a video. I mentioned it to some other people that were passerbys. And next thing I know, no. You get a free cone if you purchase ice cream. You don't have to purchase the cone. You get a free cone. That's what they meant to say. Not mint ice cream. They meant to say you only get a free cone if you purchase the ice cream. It doesn't work. You show up, show them your pass, they hand you a freshly baked waffle cone. No. I really hope those employee cast members did not get in any type of trouble for the misunderstanding, because honestly, I had no idea. They just offered it to me and I accepted. And then I mentioned it. And then like I said, go to Guitar Center, they have these picks available. Got a good friend on X who was making posts about glitter picks and like shark picks for guitars. And I'm gonna have to follow up with that, because honestly, I haven't seen anything else since then. I've noticed that there's been a lot of other developments in that particular individual's life. However, Nothing updated on the guitar picks. I think they were some type of epoxy resin mold. But I'm telling you, they look good. The ones that I saw in the pictures, I'm like, I don't know if you could only make like 300 a day out of what? We'll say 8.4 billion people on Earth. We'll say like there's 4 million guitar players. That is not an actual statistic. I just made that number up. Would be interesting if it was an actual number. How many people on Earth play guitar out of the 8.3 some odd billion people? I am actually going to Control T and look that up right now. How many people? Wow, can I type? No, not at this angle. People on Earth can play the guitar? Question mark. Interesting. Every single person in existence can play the guitar. That was a joke. That's not what it said. I believe if you can touch it, you're playing it. It's that late. We are stepping into those jokes now. For those of you who are in that realm of understanding, approximately 1 in 10 people globally can play an instrument. Guitar is one of the most popular instruments, especially in Western countries. Estimates suggest around 50 million guitar players in the U.S. alone. 50 million in the U.S. here. Globally, the number of guitar players could range from 100 to 200 million. What did I say? 7 million people playing the guitar? Oh my God. It's not enough. It's not enough. That's just a guitar. Altogether, it could be a lot more. 50 million, 100 million, 1 in 10 can play an instrument. So 1 in 10, that would be a billion people can play an instrument. 1 in 10? Close. That'd be close to a billion people. So, anyways, we have been on for 1 hour. Can I sit here and continuously talk to myself all night? You know I can. Am I talking to myself? No, I'm talking to you. We're talking to each other. Maybe I didn't need that afternoon coffee after all. I didn't need afternoon coffee. You know what I do need? Hold my phone upright. And wow, all my amazing friends on X. Wow, I love it when somebody quits nicotine. My good friend has 132 days of not participating in nicotine rituals. So she wants to know, when do I stop announcing it? I'm going to respond, never. Never. Congratulations. Is that too much? Is it random? Earlier, I saw a post on X about Dick Van Dyke. The legendary Dick Van Dyke, yes. Ain't he still alive? He's like 145 years old or something like that. He understands the human psyche to a point that a lot of us, and the articles suggest, even he himself doesn't even understand. It's this ingrained, it's not, I don't want to use the word inception, much like the movie Inception, where it's all about planting a seed within the mind, inside that mind, because there's all these different layers. Carl Jung would discuss how there were the different faces you wear, the one you show the world, the one you show your family, and then the one you see in the mirror. A lot of the training that we have experienced in life revolves around that. And who we present to the world is going to be an exhibition of that. And is it too late on a Friday to be thinking about this when we're waiting for Fortnite to Epic Games? What are you doing? Let's go already. I want to buy the duck skin that I shouldn't be spending money on. I'm going to anyway. Take my money. No, I want the He-Man skin. Did y'all see the He-Man, Skeletor, and She-Ra? Oh, Gen X, Gen Y, y'all cooked. Just take my money. All right, I'm gonna just restart the system altogether, and it is what is today? Oh, it's still Friday. Over o'clock. It is 11:11. It's 11:11. Ah! Post. You gotta post quick. Post. Save draft. Click drafts. I already got one lined up. Where's that? 11:11. Post. Boom. It's too slow. I don't know if I made it that fast. I am cracking up. My dude out in Florida, unconfined, was like, "Y'all having dinner with me? What are we talking about?" My homegirl was like, "What did she say? I'm eating, bitch, or taking picture of you while you eat because it's funny when food slaps you in the face." I don't even know what happened right now. Not even 100% sure at all. Oh no, but I would definitely do that. Just kidding. Man, no, I don't want to say that. But I do the first part of what I said. Not even 100% at all. Oh no, G. You know the mushrooms kick in when you start yawning, right? So when you're out and about and you see somebody just yawn, all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, are you metabolizing psilocybin right now?" Most likely they are. They just don't know it. Somebody most likely dosed them. How often have you dosed somebody? Be honest. Do I dose people? Well, if you think I'm the only person in existence who has ever taken that into consideration, I appreciate that very much. But no, I would never in a million years dose anybody without them already knowing it in advance. That would be so mean. But you hear about it all the time. Waiters giving sober people alcoholic beverages. And the sober person's like, "I had no idea. It just tasted good." Bruh, you knew. We knew. They knew. We all knew. Anyways. Oh, adjust your screen. Safe zone. Use your stick. Up, down, left, right. A, B, select start. 4, 3, 2, 1. This one? Left stick to adjust your corners. Oh, there we go. Done. Does that mean party? Party Royale? Are we gonna call her friends? You have friends? Nope. I have family. Okay. A wheat white sheep. That was a effed up movie right there. I don't know what it was called. Actually, that was. It's working. We have waited for this moment for so long, and we have no audio because I shut the audio off. Wow, there's a duck. This guy's cute. His duck head. Wait, don't wait. Click, click. Oh, y'all going down. I like the top of the bus. It's like, what's it? Oh, they zoom in. They got the zoom in thing. And this guy, he's not cool. I don't like him. We're gonna pick that guy up. Who's this? Gold Huntress Dylan style. Well, Dylan's my son, other son. So did he design this or like what? That's pretty cool. Dismiss. Battle pass. Get V-Bucks. Dismiss. Oh, there's the Ice King. Yeah. That's cool. It's cute. I don't want to be the Ice King though. Nice. All right, back. Wow. All right, so we get. It looks like the cartoon John Wick. It's cute. It's cute. All right. Wow. Claim all 400 V-Bucks up in there. Nice. And as you can see, I am Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange. Hey, choose your starting sprite. You remember these from a couple seasons back? I remember. Wow, I missed them. We missed the sprites. I want fire sprite, or do you want? How do you change? There we go. Earth sprite, water sprite. Blue, red, or green? Blue. Okay. Choose. Find other sprites by opening chests using sprite locators at extraction sites or eliminating the opponents. You want to friend request me? Do you have this game? Who does not play Fortnite? People that play GTA. No, I'm just kidding. I know everybody has their flavors, right? That's what we're talking about. Individualism. To each his own. So we are all up in the game. I need to send out the message and in the lobby. Should I follow that up with in the lobby? Bitch. That's so mean. Words. But I often forget that that's next level thinking right there, talking about words. Whatever. All right, so I don't even know what's happening. So it's like this whole new screen now. See, look, we got this water eclipse sprite thing. It says level 1, build squads, royale. Let's see if I go up here and click that. So it gives you these options. I don't want to play squads. What do you guys think? Because then I had to put on headset. I don't want to put in headset. And then I get like copyright infringement for playing Fortnite music because none of these companies seem to be able to get along. YouTube, Epic Games, Google, Apple, X, Facebook, Instagram, Meta, whatever. Nobody gets along. Everybody. Literally, I recorded a song on BandLab, made a video with it. Actual video. I went out and recorded video, spliced it together on CapCut, used a couple of sound effects, uploaded it to TikTok, and TikTok was like, no, you have used unauthorized sounds. It's me playing the electric guitar, the acoustic guitar, the drums, singing, walking. Anyways, hour and 15 minutes later, 7 viewers deep, Friday night. You guys want to watch me play? Let's play again. This is the new map now that it is officially updated. How can I turn this so you can see it? Remember, we put this down here like that. But you don't want to see them wires, do you? And my camera's just going to fall down. You'll be sitting on the side. Boom. You can't really see it too well. It's too glary. It needs to be like that. Oh, that's not too bad. Right? That's the better angle. And you get like a profile mirror like that. MPQ. What if I just set it over here? Can't really see it very well. I know what the problem is. Echo, spotlight green.
Okay.
Because it was too bright. But then you can't see me very well. I just look like I'm sitting here in the dark, doesn't it? I guess that's not too shabby. Now you can really see if I'm like slouching, if I'm like hunched down. I just get so tired. I'm like falling off. I'm like, Just kidding. I'm not going to fall off. I'm going to totally stay here with you. We're going to change it from that to one player. Play. Oh, yeah. We're definitely doing this now. So, without further ado, welcome to my Fortnite account where we will exhibit me playing the game Fortnite. Because there are only a certain number of people in the world that are playing this game currently. And there are a lot of people that cannot play this game yet. I'm telling you, when you finally sit down to play this game, you're not going to stop. Everything I've done for the last 5 years has been figuring out how I can only play this game 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's an addiction. Be careful. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. It's a groovy little thing, you know. There's just like cars and Bugs Bunny's here and all of Disneyland's here, and there's default people and movie stars and musicians and this anime guy. We're dancing together. Look at that. I don't even know this guy. He could be anywhere in the world, and now we're just hanging out and just having a good old time. Woo-hoo, having a good time, right? Making a boogie. All right, my turn. I'm gonna do the song "Maps" by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, which is like a 20-year-old song. Can you believe how old that song is? All right, we're on the bus. Look at this new map. The entire map is brand new. I was gonna play Star Wars, but not anymore. I've been waiting for this. This is what I like to see. New territories, new rivers. Wow. It's like the same but different. It's like a whole new experience. So we chose the water sprite. So that's a rare thing, and we're going to get additional resources for that. And you want the resources, all right? You need the resources. Because without these resources, you might come in second. And if you come in second, you will be the first loser. When was the first time you ever heard that? Yeah. Second place is the first loser. First time I heard that, I was like, man, I am probably the last person to have heard this. Except there's going to be more people after me that have not heard it yet. And I will happily announce it to them and be the first to tell them. Do you see how that gets worked out in our human brains? You know, we really, really want things to be positive, and we want to have that experience where it's not pulling us in a direction that makes us anything but comfortable, anything but pleased. So as you can see, there's Heatwave Harbor, Sunken Shores, Sinister Strip, Calamari Canyon, Chop Shop. I'm so glad everything has a new name. Golden Grove sounds like Garden Grove, Wonka Land. So this must be like Garden Grove and Disneyland. And Latte Landing, that must be the 5 freeway. Tustin. Just kidding. All right, so look at this. Look how pretty everything is. Wow, look at all the water everywhere. That's what that was the first thing I noticed, is just all the blue. It's so pretty. Look at all that. Very nice. So this building looks promising, doesn't it? Can you guys see that out there? Echo, spotlight red.
Okay.
Is that it? No. Oh. Oh, something happened. What was that? Alright. Let's move here next to this banana thing. We can jump on this and go over here and check out this building. Oh, I think I was in a free fall. That was scary. I forgot it does free falls. You gotta deploy your glider, otherwise you'll hit the ground kersplatting. You don't want that. Alright, I have no weapons. I see footsteps, and I know. There we go. Alright, y'all done. I got a weapon. Alright, this guy's gonna run up the stairs, it looks like. Here he comes. He's wondering where my footsteps went. He's like, what just happened to this guy? Is he above me? I swear he's below me. There's only 58 rounds in this Flex SMG, so hopefully we can find a few more pieces of ammo here. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, the door's open, so I guess he was upstairs. But I think he's trying to figure out, he's like, where did this guy go? Because now I'm up on the roof, but he stopped moving. Whee! Alright, and there's a character right here. If I come up and talk to him, max out your ammo for 500, ask him stuff, let's get down to it. Whatever these fools did to the 0 point, it's wildly unstable. Oh, you're back there. Hey, hi. I'm working on a project to resolve that problem if we can. Sprites, which seem to be infused with pure 0 point energy, are likely the key. Okay, it's good to see you. Thanks. So we have logged that character in our character log. Later I can show you where there's more of those. Let's see. Extending shotgun, chaos exploder rifle. That sounds promising. Let's get some more ammo. And if you can see, I have the blue sprite on my back there. That's gonna like help us in the future, I think. Slide out of that. Big jump. Come over here and check out what this is. It looks like something from Naruto. Is that his name? Yeah, definitely. This is, I don't know, some type of blue spiral. Could be something from the Arizona tribes back in the day there. Let's see, you have some of this shield potion. Put me at 150 health. That chest, and of course there's a little one that popped out of there. We don't want the little ones. We do. You actually want the little ones before the big ones. What is that? Oh, that's the exploder rifle. This is extending focus shotgun. Huh. So we're right here on the edge of the storm. And we are in build mode, so let's use our pickaxe to collect additional resources like brick, wood. Currently I have 64 brick and 120 metal. So I switched my building material over to the metal one, and I'm not catching other players along this section of the map. So, what is that? Oh, just a little sticker on the go and said yum, 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 yum. Very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Hey, I got guests on my party. So I do appreciate everybody again coming in to view me tonight. I hope you are having a beautiful, funky Friday. Friday Night Funkin'. That's Casanova, by the way, from Friday Night Funkin', which is a dancing game, kind of like Dance Dance Revolution. So if you know anything about that, then I'm not really good at it, but I know a guy who would be happy to show you up because he is like the best ever at that game. 100%. You know. Oh, goodness. Stop it. Y'all are. What's happening? Oh, I'm just kidding. Everything's fine. Everything is awesome. Do you guys want to hear me sing that song one more time? No, not the Lego Movie song. My song, our song. Let's see if I can hear it. Here to share the love with you. Deep in the heart, the sun carries through. Deep in the heart, when you feel it, love's anew. A gust of wind through the trees. Pollen speaks to the bees. Blades of grass through a cone. Manicured and trimmed up all around. What's that? Vault key? We'll take it. What vault does it go to? Oh, I miss vaults. I remember there were vaults back in the day. Uh-oh. All right. I'm going to have to go off mic. Okay. I just muted him. Because we had a special guest who did not give us permission to talk to them. Oh, somebody's shooting me. He's right over here. You guys want to shoot this guy? I don't know what he was thinking. I literally hit him like 4 times. Yeah, I'm on Discord. You're on Discord. I am live. Beep, 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 yes. So reload. Huh. Already full of ammo. I got another guest up here that wants to shoot. Huh. Wow, that guy just totally annihilated me. I guess I'm going back to the lobby. I wasn't really trying anymore though. Kind of just gave it to him. Who was that? Skip. Spectate. That is Arrow. Omi. I don't know. Echo Spotlight White.
Okay.
All right. So again, thank you for tuning in. We've been doing this for an hour and 30 minutes, and I want to thank you. Please do look forward to some videos. I've been following through on my promises. That's what I've been really busy doing. I set George up with an X account, and he and I have been doing interviews, and I am working on putting all that together. So it'll just be like a timeless interview that, because originally I was thinking we'll go live, but sometimes it's best not to go live, and it's best to just, do other things. Because you just never know what you're going to get, good days or happy days and even better days. Like today, it's your day. Thank you again for tuning in. This is Stephen Gray, and I love you. I appreciate you. You are amazing. You are the greatest of all time, right here in this moment, created of these stars, fused by fusion, whatever it was all up in them stars that them stars be doing. Yeah. That's pretty good. So we got 9th place. We did a great job. You did a great job. Finished off this week, hour and 31 minutes. Everyone, blessings be upon you.